Hello, my wonderful students. This is Miss Rains here, and I'm going to show you how to format your poem if you typed it. So if you're using Google Docs, this is what you'll start with. You typed your poem here. Here it is. Mine's really short because it's just an example, but you're going to go through and figure out where you want to break up your text so it's not just one big blob, especially if you wrote a very long poem or a narrative poem. Those poems can be pretty long and kind of hard to read if you don't break them up. So I would read my poem first. This is my poem. I love this poem so much. I use lots of very good imagery in my poem. This poem is good. I hope you love this poem as much as I do. So I might, since my poem's a little shorter and it has these short sentences, I think I'm going to go behind each sentence right here. And I'm going to click enter, which will put everything after my cursor on the next line down. I'm going to do the same thing here, enter, and I'm just going to go behind each sentence and break it up. Okay. Now you notice it's a little wonky right here. That's because we usually put a space behind our periods, and that space got entered down as well. So I have to look and say, oh, I don't want that space there. I'm going to click right behind that first letter and backspace just once. Arrow down and over, backspace just once. And keep doing that so I can get rid of those. And it can be all nice and tidy. Beautiful. Now here's where I can look and say, can I chunk some of these together? This is my poem. I love this poem so much. I use lots of very good imagery in my poem. Then it says this poem is so, this poem is, this poem is, this poem is. So I think I'm going to break it up here into an enter so that I have this little group, which in poetry is called a stanza, and this little group. This is also where you can do some final revisions. So what I think is that I'm going to enter this guy down all by himself, and then I'm going to put this, I'm going to cut that out and put it down here. So now it goes, this is my poem. I love this poem so much. I use lots of very good imagery in my poem. This poem is so good. This poem is as lovely as a rose in a garden. This poem is as beautiful as a sunset. I hope you love this poem as much as I do. This poem is so inspirational that after reading this poem, you will be able to climb Mount Everest. Now, with poetry, you can also do line breaks or enters and break up sentences that don't end at a period. So since this one's kind of long, I think I'm going to go behind inspirational, and I'm going to do an enter there. This poem is so inspirational that after reading this poem, enter, you will be able to climb Mount Everest. There. Now it looks a lot more like a poem, doesn't it? And I don't have to put periods here because this is technically all one sentence. Now finally, after you have done this part, you are going to want to put your title and name up at the top in the middle. So I'm going to start right here. I'm going to enter down 2 times, enter, enter, and then I'm going to go back to the top, and I'm going to type my title, my poem, by my name, by Shelby Rains. Okay, now I want this to be in the middle. And to do that, I come right up here to this dot, dot, dot. I click on this little paragraph that says align and indent. When I hover over it, click. And I'm going to do the one that puts it in the middle. Ta-da! Now, if you want, you can even go right here and go enter so that it's your title and then your name and then your poem. Here also, if your teacher has given you permission, is where you can play a little bit more with your fonts and your size. So let's say I want to make all this bigger. Now remember, if you have permission, ta-da! I definitely want my title to be bigger than my, well, maybe I'll do like a cursive. Oh, beautiful. But I want that title to be much bigger. This needs to be a little smaller. Okay, there we go. Beautiful. Now my poem is ready to be published.